women's conferences were held. Appendices 835. 5. Famous trials of the Nationalist period. Trial 1. Bahadur Shah Zafar, January 27, 1858 to March 9, 1858 in Red Fort, Delhi. 2. Surendranath Banerjee, May 4 to 5, 1883 in Calcutta High Court. 3. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, 1897, 1908, 1916. 4. Aurobindo Ghosh and 37 others in Alipur Bombay case trial, 1908-1909. 5. V.D. Savarkar, 1910 and January 1911 charges treason, conspiracy, rebellion and murder in 1857 revolt contempt of court, on his remarks in the Bengali provocative articles in Kesari attempt to murder district judge of Muzaffarpur delivering infuriating speeches against British and procuring and distributing arms verdict convicted and exiled to Rangoon. Sent to civil jail for 2 years. 18 months imprisonment 1897, 6 years exile to Mandalay and fine of 1,000 rupees for seditious writings 1908 no jail sentence was imposed 1916 spent a year in jail as an under-trial prisoner. 2 consecutive life transportations 50 years the International Court of Arbitration at The Hague also held him guilty, spent 10 years in Andaman Jail 1911-1921. 836 A Brief History of Modern India. 6. Gandhi and Shankarlal Banker, publisher of Young India, 1922. 7. 31 Communists in the Meerut Conspiracy Case, March 1929. 8. Bhagat Singh, June 1929 July 1929. 9. M.N. Roy, 1931-1932-10. Shah Nawaz Khan, Prem Kumar Sehgal and Gurbaksh Singh Dhillon in the INA trials, 1945 at Red Fort, Delhi. 4 Inflammatory articles against the British in Young India conspiracy against the British throwing a bomb in Central Assembly killing police head constable, Saunders conspiracy and sedition waging war by murdering or abetment of murder sentenced to jail for 6 years, but set free in 1924. Received sentences varying from 3 years to life sentence. Received transportation for life. Sentenced to death. Sentenced to 12 years imprisonment later reduced to 6 years. Sentences of transportation for life were remitted, but those of cashiering and forfeiture of arrears of pay and allowances were confirmed. Appendices 837. 6. Caste movements movement year region 1. Satyashodak movement, Satyashodak Samaj, founded by Jyotiba Phule 1873, Maharashtra. 2. Aravipuram movement, led by Sri Narayana Guru 1888, Kerala. 3. Justice Party movement led by Dr. T.M. Nair, P. Tyagaraja Chetty and C.N. Mudaliar on behalf of intermediate castes 1916, Madras. 4. Nair movement led by C.V. Raman Pillai, K. Ramakrishna Pillai, and M. Padmanabha Pillai 1891, Kerala. 5. Self-respect movement led by E. V. Ramaswamy Naikar or Periyar 1925, Tamil Nadu causes and consequences against Brahminic domination and for the emancipation of low castes, untouchables and widows. For the rights of the depressed classes especially the Azavas or Airavas of Kerala, the Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam was set up in 1902-1903. Against domination of Brahmins in government service, education and political field, the South Indian Liberation Federation (SILF) was formed in 1916. The efforts yielded in the passing of 1930 government order providing reservations to groups. Against domination of Brahmins, the Malayali Memorial was formed by Raman Pillai in 1891 and Nair Service Society by Padmanabha Pillai was set up in 1914. Against caste bias by Brahmins, Kuti Arasu Journal was started by Periyar in 1910. 838 A Brief History of Modern India. 6. Nadar movement by the untouchable Shannons who imitated the Kshatriya customs to emerge as the Nadars Tamil Nadu. 7. The depressed classes Mahars movement led by B.R. Ambedkar 1924, Maharashtra. 8. Congress's Harijan movement 1917 onwards. 9. Kaivardas movement by Kaivardas who later became the Mahishayas 1897 onwards, Midnapur, Bengal against social bias and to promote educational and social welfare among the Nadars. The Nadar Mahajan Sangam was formed in 1910. For the upliftment of the untouchables, founded the Depressed Classes Institution in 1924, a Marathi fortnightly Bahiskrit Bharat in 1927, the Samaj Samta Sangh in 1927, the Scheduled Caste Federation in 1942 to propagate their views. For elevating the social status of the lower and backward classes, All India Anti-Untouchability League was established in 1932, the weekly Harijan was founded by Gandhi in 1933. Founded the Jati Nirtharani Sabha 1897 and the Mahishya Samiti 1901. Appendices 839. 7. Peasant Movements Movement Year Region 1. Titu Mir's Movement, under leadership of Mir Nathar Ali or Titu Mir 1782–1831, West Bengal 2. Pagal Panthis Movement of the Hajong and Garo tribes under the leadership of Karam Shah and Tipu Shah 1825–1835, Mymensingh District, earlier in Bengal 3. Mopla Uprisings 1836–1854, Malabar 4. Indigo Revolt by Bengal Indigo cultivators led by Digambar and Bishnu Biswas 1859–1860, Nadia District 5. Deccan Peasants Uprising by the Maratha Peasants 1875, Kharda Village and Pune in Maharashtra 6. Phadke's Ramosi Uprising by Ramosi Peasants led by Vasudeo Balwant Phadke 1877–1887, Maharashtra Causes and Consequences against Hindu landlords who imposed beard tax on the Pharisees. Against hike in rents, the movement was violently suppressed. Against rise in revenue demand and reduction of field size. Against terms imposed by European indigo planters, Indigo Commission was set up in 1860 to view the situation. Against corrupt practices of Gujarati and Marwari moneylenders, Agriculturists' Relief Act of 1879 was passed. Against the British failure to take up anti-famine measures. 840 A Brief History of Modern India. 7. Pabna Agrarian Uprising led by Shah Chandra Roy, Shambhu Pal, Kudimala and supported by B.C. Chatterjee and R.C. Dutt 1873, Pabna District, East Bengal, now in Bangladesh 8. Punjab Peasants' Revolt during the last decade of the 19th century, Punjab 9. Champaran Satyagraha by peasants of Champaran 1917, Bihar 10. Kedah Satyagraha by peasants of Kedah, led by Gandhi 1918, Gujarat 11. Bardoli Satyagraha by the Kunbi Patidar landowning peasants and untouchables, supported by Mehta brothers, Vallabhbhai Patel 1928, Surat, Gujarat against policies of zamindars to prevent occupants from acquiring occupancy rights, the Bengal Tenancy Act of 1885 was passed. Against prospects of losing their land, the Punjab Land Alienation Act, 1900 was passed, which imposed regulations on sale and mortgage of land and revenue demands. Against the Tinkathia system imposed by the European indigo planters, the Champaran Agrarian Act abolished the Tinkathia system. Against ignored appeals for remission of land revenue in case of crop failures, the demands were finally fulfilled. Against oppression by upper castes and hike in revenue by 22% by the Bombay government, the revenue was brought down to 6.03%. Appendices 841. Movement Year Region 12. Eka Movement by members of Pasi and Ahir castes 1921–22, Hardoi, Barabanki and Sitapur districts 13. Bakisht Movement 1936, Bihar 14. Tebhaga Movement by poor peasants and tenants and bargarders or sharecroppers Bengal 15. Telangana Insurrection 1946–51, Hyderabad Causes and Consequences against hike in rents. Against the zamindars' policies regarding occupancy rights. Against zamindars and moneylenders, Bargardari Bill was passed. Against practices of moneylenders and officials of the Nizam of Hyderabad. 842 A Brief History of Modern India. 8. Newspapers and journals. Name of the paper: Journal Bengal Gazette, also Calcutta General Advertiser, Weekly India Gazette, Madras Courier, first paper from Madras, Bombay Herald, first paper from Bombay, Indian Herald, in English. Year and place from which published: 1780, Calcutta 1787, Calcutta 1784, Madras 1789, Bombay 1795, Madras. Name of the founder. Editor. Started by James Augustus Hickey, Irishman. Henry Louis Vivian Derozio associated with it. Started by R. Williams, Englishman, and published by Humphreys Digdarshana, First Bengali Monthly, Calcutta Journal Bengal Gazette, First Bengali Newspaper, 1818, Calcutta 1818–1818, Calcutta, started by J.S. Buckingham Harish Chandra Ray. Appendices 843. Name of the paper: Journal Sambad Kaumudi, weekly in Bengali, Marat ul-Akbar, first journal in Persian, Jam-i Jahan Numa, first paper in Urdu, Benga Duta, a weekly in 4 languages, English, Bengali, Persian, Hindi. Bombay Samachar, first paper in Gujarati, East Indian, daily, Bombay Times, from 1861 onwards, The Times of India, Rast Gaftar, a Gujarati fortnightly, Hindu Patriot. Year and place from which published: 1821–1822, Calcutta 1822, Calcutta 1822, Calcutta 1822, Bombay 19th century 1838, Bombay 1851-1853, Calcutta. Name of the founder editor Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Raja Ram Mohan Roy and English firm Ram Mohan Roy, Dwarkanath Tagore and others. Henry Vivian Derozio Foundation laid by Robert Knight, started by Thomas Bennett. Dadabhai Nauroji Girish Chandra Ghosh later, Harish Chandra Mukherjee became owner cum editor. 844 A brief history of modern India. Somaprakasha, first Bengali political paper Indian Mirror fortnightly, first Indian daily paper in English Bengali This, and Amrita Bazar Patrika, the first vernacular papers National paper Madras Mail first evening paper in India Amrita Bazar Patrika Bengali in the beginning, later English, a daily Bengadarshana in Bengali Indian Statesman later, The Statesman The Hindu in English started as Weekly Tribune Daily 1858, Calcutta early 1862, Calcutta 1862, Calcutta 1865, Calcutta 1868, Madras 1868, Jessore District 1873, Calcutta 1875, Calcutta 1878, Madras 1881, Lahore Dwarkanath Vidyabhushan Devendranath Tagore Girish Chandra Ghosh taken over by S.N. Banerjee in 1879 Devendranath Tagore, Sisirkumar Ghosh and Motilal Ghosh Bankim Chandra Chatterjee started by Robert Knight G.S. Iyer, Vararagavachari and Subba Rao Pandit among the founders Dayal Singh Majidia Appendices 845. Name of the paper Journal Kesari Marathi Daily and Maharata English Weekly Swadechamitram, a Tamil paper Paridasak, a weekly Yugantar Sandhya Kal Indian sociologist Bande Mataram Talvar Free Hindustan Gadar Reshwa year and place from which published 1881, Bombay Madras 1886-1906, Bengal 1906, Bengal 1906, Maharashtra London Paris Berlin Vancouver San Francisco before 1908 Name of the founder editor Tilak, Chiplunkar, Agarkar before Tilak, Agarkar and Professor Kelkar were the editors respectively G.S. Iyer Bipin Chandra Pal publisher Barindra Kumar Ghosh and Bhupendranath Dutta Brahmabandhab Upadhyay, Shyamji Krishnavarma Madambikaji Kama Virendranath Chattopadhyay Taranath Das Gadar Party Ajit Singh 846 A brief history of modern India. Bombay Chronicle, a daily The Hindustan Times The Milap, Urdu Daily Leader, in English Kirti Bahishkrit Bharat Marathi Fortnightly Kuti Arasu Tamil Kranti Langal and Ganabani Bandi Jivan National Herald Daily 1913, Bombay 1920, Delhi 1923, Lahore, 1926, Punjab 1927-1910-1927, Maharashtra 1927, Bengal 1938 started by Firozeshah Mehta, editor, B.G. Horniman Englishman founded by K.M. Panikkar as part of the Akali Dal movement founded by M.K. Chand Madan Mohan Malviya Santosh Singh B.R. Ambedkar E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar Periyar S.S. Mirajkar, K.N. Joglekar, S.V. Gate Goku Chakravarti and Dharani Goswami Sachindranath Sanyal started by Jawaharlal Nehru